Hello Libra and welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing a reading from the 7th to the 15th. Yes, it's late. Yes, I don't want to hear about it. It's late, whatever. I've had a lot going on. I'm moving and, all that is happening. So I'm trying to catch up, without having Wi-Fi for a while and then getting back. I really love the lighting in this room. I don't know if it's just me. Anyways, I just like the way, the light hits my skin. I don't know. It's every time I do a reading here, I just get really happy. I just like the way, my darkness just glows, and then the white T-shirt just pronounces it in a way. I don't know. Anyways, let's get started with your reading, Libra, Libra, Libra. I believe you're the only air sign I'm not done yet. So Libra, from the 7th to the 15th, I'm gonna do surface mind, soul mind, present and future. 3, 4. Or potential future. Surface mind, soul mind, present, and potential future. Of course, if you want a private reading, check the description box down below. Check the description box down below. All the steps are listed. All the prices are listed. People send me emails, or not really send me emails. Actually, some people send me emails, and it's funny because I think you have to go through the steps. Like, if you see the steps there, it lists how to get a reading. So if you can find the email, then you can follow the steps. And they ask me, how do I book a private reading? And then people write and comment on my videos asking me how to book a private reading. And I say it at the beginning and the end of every video. Check the description box just down below this video, and you're going to have all the steps necessary to book a private reading. Thank you. Let's get started. Now, surface mind, soul mind, soul mind also being the shadow, and then present and future. Potential future. Okay, so let's see. Surface mind. Of course, it's a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody. I'm holding my cards upside down. So this came out in reverse. I'm going to turn it upright. 3 of Wands. So you have something in your mind that you're very focused on. We have the Lovers here. It could be a Gemini or a Cancer. The Lovers and the Moon. That's and the World under that. So that's what? 3 major arcanas back to back. And then the 2 of Wands under it. So some of you have something that you want to... And the Hierophant. So that's the 4th major arcana. And the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you might have to do work. Others of you, you have something that you want to go for. You want to go forth with something. You're thinking about this. For those of you that this applies to, you will know what I'm talking about. You're thinking about it, but I'm getting that there's a sense of uncertainty around it as well. There's a sense of fear, perhaps anxiety even around it. You might not be sure how it's going to play out in the grand scheme of things. It could have to do with love, a new relationship, or moving forth into a new step in a relationship, or it could have to do with work, where there's a sense here of anxiety and a bit of worry, but it's what you really want to do, and it's where you're very focused on this, but there's still a decision to be made with the Lovers. But I think you already know your decision. Now it's just time to act, and some of you will be acting upon this. Others of you have made a decision and you're about to start receiving the results. I'm getting here because I'm seeing this man, the 3 of Wands here, standing and looking through this telescope type of instrument. So it's kind of like you're keeping your eye on the prize. Keeping your eye on the prize is what I'm getting here. Some of you are trying to, you might be going through some kind of difficulties right now, especially with Mars in retrograde energy and Mercury in retrograde, and things might not be working as well or as smoothly as you'd hope them to, but it's culminating. I know, actually, funny enough, I'm a Libra rising, and that's very much my story right now. But you're keeping your eye on the prize, and it's really time to focus on keeping that energy alive, and to put the intentions of what you're trying to manifest into focus so that you don't lose them. But you should know what I'm talking about if this reading is for you, as pertaining to the surface mind. Some of you are getting your ships, and there's a new cycle starting here. Could have been with someone that you were in a soulmate relationship with. Others of you have wrapped up a soulmate relationship, and now you're about to meet a spiritual partnership. I always say they're all karmic, so I try not to say like a karmic soulmate, even though I say it a lot. But yeah, judgment, rebirth, exactly. Some of you have wrapped up a karmic situation, and now a negatively karmic situation, like karmic release. And now you're moving into getting your ships with someone that's actually going to be there for you and show up for you and not be, what the soulmate will be, which is a runner or the chaser or coming in and out and a lot of anxiety around the relationship. It will be something, and you're keeping your eye on that prize. Others of you, it could be the same person returning, but because they've also gone through their transition and their rebirth, they're showing up now much better, or at least to you they are. So, but you're keeping your eye very focused on the prize, the lessons you've learned, and you're taking it with you on this new journey. Now let's look at your shadow, which will be your subconscious, or what I call the soul mind. The Five of Swords, Deception, the Tower, and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you were married, Page of Pentacles, or you could have a child with this person. The Tower, the Six of Pentacles, and the Emperor. This is not the best. Some of you would be discovering or have gone through a karmic cycle with someone. Again, I'm getting it could have been a traditional relationship. You guys could have a child together, or you lived in together. And I'm feeling like things were not balanced in the relationship, if I'm being completely honest. And that foundation came crumbling down. So this would have been a divorce situation or a breakup. Like it wouldn't have been an easy breakup. There would have been a lot of lying and deception happening here. Now, for those of you that this person is coming back, I will warn you though, because in your subconscious, as Libra, this could be vice versa. You could be doing this to someone. Be careful with this Five of Swords here. Some of you could be lying to yourselves, or the person you're dealing with is lying to you. But I feel like it's not someone new, because this Three of Wands has your back turned away from the Five of Swords. So it's kind of like enough of this deception, enough of this lies and mental manipulation, enough of the fights that never go anywhere, lessons that are never learned, enough of the back and forth that never, we never grow. I mean, it's one thing to fight with your partner and then you reconcile and understand each other and, try to understand each other and build up from there. It's another thing to fight with the partner and then 1 week later you're fighting over the same thing, and it's just a lose-lose situation, which would have been a Five of Swords, with this person. But you are focused on turning your back on this. But the fact that this is showing up in your soul mind / shadow makes me a bit worried. So I might have to clarify that. Let me see. Let's see, what do I want to check? The present. The King of Wands, so action taker, action taker. The King of Pentacles, you have two kings there, and the Four of Wands. Again, I'm getting there's this energy around, let me see, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. This is why I'm saying, like, some of you are keeping your eye on the prize, the Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Listen, there's been a marriage here or some kind of foundation. It was a stable foundation. It might have been a stable relationship. For those of you that it was a work situation, it would have been a job you've been in a while. It doesn't mean you guys had to be married, but it was traditional in the sense that it wasn't a fling either, and it wasn't something that was in its beginning stages. It was grounded to some degree. But I'm feeling someone here cheated, or there was a lot of mind games, a lot of lies, a lot of deceptions. Someone was keeping the other person running around in circles, kept saying they would be different, but it wasn't happening. Then there was a lot of unnecessary argument, and it would have been a very kind of deep. It wasn't something. These weren't light arguments. These were deep. And I keep getting the feeling like someone is trying to speak up and speak their mind and speak their truth, but the other person keeps pacifying the situations. And I always warn about that. Yes, every time you might not want to get into a big argument, but the thing with pacifying situations is it's like spraying Febreze over shit. You spray Febreze over shit, the shit is still there. It pacifies the smell maybe for a few hours, but the shit is still there until the shit is cleaned up and, the problems are uprooted. Don't spray Febreze over shit. You handle the shit. You clean up the floor. You can spray Febreze to take out the smell later. But what you do when there's shit on your living room floor is you clean it up. You don't pacify it. And I feel like that's a situation that's been happening here. They didn't want to do the work. You were doing the work, or it was vice versa. But someone was getting frustrated. Both of you were not in a good headspace. Both of you were kind of miserable in this. And I feel like, again, I'm getting that this was also a soulmate relationship for some of you. And of course, this channel is called the Soulmate Experience. So I'll tap into soulmate energies more prominently because that's my calling. That's part of my, my calling. And I'm feeling like someone just wants to leave this situation. If you've not already left, you want to leave. Like, you don't want to be here anymore. But again, I'm getting this worry on, you know what you want now more than everything. So that's a good thing that has come out of this. You know what you want and you're ready to take the action for it. But there's also a fear here I'm getting of kind of the unknown. And I feel like that's why some of you have stayed in this relationship so long. Like, what am I going to do when I'm out of here? Am I ever going to fall in love again? Am I ever going to meet someone? Well, honey, it's better to be, like, don't get it twisted. There's a difference between being lonely and being alone. You can be in a relationship and be lonely as hell. You can be in a relationship and still sleep by yourself. You can be in a relationship and still feel lonely, even though you have someone there. They're just taking up your space. If you have the finances, if you have the whatever else that's necessary to get out, get out. If they've shown you over and over and over and over and over who the fuck they are, then that's who they are. Sometimes you have to take things at face value. Yes, it's true that there could be deeper things and deeper meanings and whatnot, and they could have some kind of karmic imbalance, and yes, they might come from an abusive home, but that's your karma to deal with. If they're abusing you mentally, this wouldn't be physical abuse. This would be more mental, emotional abuse. If they're abusing you mentally and emotionally, and you keep making up excuses, Five of Swords, that's you self-sabotaging yourself, making up excuses for them. Oh, well, they went through this when they were young and blah, 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 blah. And oh my God, they didn't have a mother to show them how to love. Okay, that's cute, and sorry for them. And it's unfortunate that they had to go through that. But that's not your cross to bear. That's not your burden to carry. They have to sort that shit out. If anything, hurt people, and they've been hurting you. You don't want to be in this. You've already turned your back in this. Actually, if anything, the good thing that has come out of this is that more than anything, now you know what you want. And you really know what you want. And you know that what you want is not this. So wherever it is you're going to, it will be better than this. Hopefully, if you've learned the lessons, so that you don't fall into the same pattern, that repetitive cycle of dealing with someone that's just gaslighting you. Who is this gaslighting you, Libra? Let's see. Potential future. The Queen of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, the Lovers, oh my God, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, let's put it this way. Seven of Cups, Temperance, and the Star. Libra, there's something better out there for you. There's something better out there for you. Now, this is my problem with the Queen of Cups, and I talk about this all the time. The Queen of Cups has a tendency to go into the Seven of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, she's kind of like the Disney princess. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups is the Disney princess. The Queen of Cups is that one that's waiting for her knight in shining armor, the one to come and save her. The Queen of Cups she's a beautiful energy, she's very intuitive, but sometimes, and I've noticed that with water signs especially as well, with Cancer and Pisces, I've noticed that a lot with Cancers and Pisces, they are not really good at taking the truth. Sometimes they can live in an illusion because the water energy is that of illusions as well. The Seven of Cups, for example, is a card of illusions and daydreaming and fantasy. Sometimes it can be about you're living in this fantasy because the Queen of Cups she can become codependent. She loves, but sometimes she loves unconditionally. And that's her downfall, that she doesn't set healthy boundaries, and she finds herself falling in love with people that will take advantage of her. She has that weak spot, and the water energy is also that of healing, right? And so a lot of times, and emotional healing specifically. So a lot of times you will meet people that are broken. They might not abuse you physically, but they'll abuse you because they feed off that energy. They'll abuse you mentally, they'll abuse you emotionally. So you have to be very careful. And I see that some of you might find yourself, you might get stuck. So with the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Swords coming up under, the Seven of Swords, it's like now is not the time to get mushy. Now it's not the time to get in your potential future, because I see some of you going back to this. You might do a Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius. We have two Geminis here with the Queen of Swords. Could be any, and this could also be you, Libra, of course. Cutting out the illusion and understanding that the power, there's every energy comes with negative and positive vibration, and understanding that the power of love can also backfire. Every energy comes, even love, because what is love? Love is love, right? Love is just love. It's a great vibration, but it does have its negative sides as well, which in which case becomes codependency, becomes addictions, becomes unhealthy relationships. You can have unhealthy love. There is such a thing as bad romance. And now this is where you have to balance out your head and your heart so that you don't get too caught up in this illusion. You have to balance out your head and your heart, the temperance. You have to temper yourself, because this decision you have to make you know what you deserve. At least you should know what you deserve, especially dealing with this. But I feel like some of you are going to fall back into this system. And I do see that some of you are going to go back into that codependency of falling head over heels in love. And whereas there's a new beginning trying to butt through. But I'm worried about this Queen of Cups, because she has a lot of love to give, but I worry about her. Because she has a tendency to love too much and to love too deep, and sometimes lose herself in the love. The Queen of Cups will be the stay-at-home mom who wants to work, but will compromise everything for the family. And that's why I love the Queen of Pentacles, because she really balances out all these different energies. The Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles will be the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles will be the Queen of Cups. She's very nurturing. She's a go-getter. She knows how to make her own money. She knows how to do everything, but she balances out all those energies. I love the Queen of Pentacles, and she reminds me a lot of, also, she's an Earth Mother, and she reminds me, of course, of the Empress as well, to not lose herself. And the Queen of Cups, however, she is a beautiful spirit, but she has a tendency to lose herself in love and to lose what makes her her. Let's see the external energy. Now is the time to move. The Hangman. Okay, the Five of Wands and the High Priestess. That's the Piscean energy, and the Justice, karmic lessons with the High Priestess and the Justice. Karmic lessons, karmic skills needed to be balanced, and the Page of Cups. Let me see what comes under, and the Devil. And that's why I wanted to clarify, because I was planning on only pulling 3 cards. If you guys checked the last time, I only pulled 3 cards. Generally, I only pull 3, sometimes 4 cards. I never pull more than 4. Well, I try not to. But I when I saw that Page of Cups, and I felt like something wasn't right. And I said, let me see what comes under it. And I get the Devil, which means that this Page of Cups isn't coming with anything deep. And now that's for you to see. That's the lesson. The Hangman turned upside down. The sun around his head representing enlightenment. And definitely with the High Priestess and the Justice, these are lessons that should have been learned and are supposed to be learned. And for you to see that this person is coming as a page, another king, another queen, they're not matching you even in your love. They're not matching you because they're not bringing anything healthy. They're coming as much lower. They're not even coming as a knight. They're coming as a fucking page, for Christ's fucking sake. This is a fucking page. You're a queen already. Upgrade, honey. Upgrade. Of course, it's best to be in the king energy. You could also be doing the Cancer. Of course, it's best to be in the king energy, but queen energy is not bad at all. But the queen energy is not that balanced as well. And that has nothing to do with sex or gender, but it's the energy that it embodies. The queen is lesser than the king. Whereas the emperor and the empress are equals, the king is lesser than the queen. I always try to specify that to people. The emperor and the empress are equals, but the king is lesser than the queen as far as energy is concerned. The Empress is the Empress because it's her. That's what she embodies. She's not. There's no higher level to go after the Empress. Not the Emperor. The Emperor is not the higher level of the Empress, but the Queen is. The King is a higher level of the Queen as far as energy is concerned. So, but they're not coming as a king, they're not coming as a queen, they're coming as a page, and they're coming with this devil attached. So I know they're not bringing anything good, and that's for you now to understand the lessons you've gone through and understand that you do not, because you're now, this is the place now where you see things from a different perspective. You see things from a different perspective. You know, the world gets turned upside down and you get to see it for what it is, and you should be able to recognize it now, and you should be able to recognize your patterns, and you should definitely be able to know that you don't want this anymore because you have your back turned out and you're looking outwards because you don't want whatever this is anymore. So be careful about that. Oh shit, I was supposed to pull the top cards as well. I made a mistake and I shuffled, but that's okay. How long is it? It's already 20 minutes. I'll just wrap it up here. I'm gonna pull one card from the this love, something love, Dorn Virtue, love, angel, whatever, something, love, angel, something, and then wrap it up. Let's see. One card for Libra from the 7th to the 15th. One card for Libra from the 7th to the 15th, Lord. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Your intuition with the High Priestess and the Hangman. You should know. With this deck, I don't always read it as, generally I wouldn't read it as just exactly what it is. I look for your feelings are real and worth exploring. In other words, you know what you want. You know if you're feeling intuitively that they're lying and they're cheating and you don't want to be there, that's your soul, that's your shadow trying to speak to you. Your shadow, your subconscious mind is trying to tell you, give you warnings of things that are coming or things that are already happening. You should listen to that. The Hangman, again, see it for what it is. They're real. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Don't shut them out because you want to give them another chance or because they come telling you with this damn cup, but that cup comes attached with the devil energy. Don't deny yourself that your intuition, because guess what, bitch? You got the High Priestess. And guess what, bitch? You got your card right here, the Justice, Libra card. So you are right. The Justice won't be wrong. The Justice can't be wrong. You are right as pertaining to this person. Don't let them drag you back into the cycle. You know what you want. Now is the time to act. Actually, if anything, now is the time to act with the Knight of Wands here. And you will be with the King of Wands, and you'll be surprised there might actually just be someone waiting for you at the doorstep, trying to offer you something better than what you're leaving behind. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, Libra. I wish you the best. Of course, if you want a private reading, check the description box. All the prices are listed down below. I was supposed to be announcing a summer special. A fan of mine suggested that recently, that I should announce a summer special. So I think the summer special will be like $55. That takes off, $22 out of it. But I don't think I'm going to change it in the description box. Those that get it. Those that don't. But I'm announcing it verbally. Anyways, thank you guys. So if you want to pay, just pay. And then, you let me know, okay, this is for the summer special or whatever. You went in your email so that I know that you're participating in the summer special. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I wish you guys the best and have a blessed one. Bye-bye.